Hey, it's Ryan with QLZ. Mitch, as I was telling you, Mitch is joining us today. He's the guitarist of Moon Fever. We are not in a jail cell at my house. Just moved in here. I have like nothing on the walls. And Mitch, you're like, dude, I could tell like you just moved in. I can tell.
Yeah. Hey, the place looks great though, by the way. Love it. Love what you did at the place.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love it. Really, everything really ties the room together. The dog is hanging out behind me. He's just chilling and he's happy to be sitting on a bed. So I usually tell people like if you hear howling in any of these interviews, the mail probably came here and the dog will take off and he will scare the shit out of whoever is coming to the door.
Good.
That's awesome. So if you hear howling people, don't worry about it. Tristan, like I said, or Mitch, excuse me, Tristan is not joining us today. Mitch, you're on here. Forever Sleep is the brand new single from you guys, came out in the middle of March. It's a track that we are spinning right now on QLZ. And I always like to ask everybody that comes on, what would you like to our listeners, your fans to know about this track? Whatever you want to say about it. It could be the meaning, what inspired it. You know, your part as a guitarist. What do you want people to know about the track?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're first of all very, very proud of this song. It's something we've been excited to put out for a really long time and kind of waiting for the right moment. And I think for Forever Sleep, it's basically, I think, a song that really defines this band and what it is and where we come from, being Seattle. I think it really sums up kind of like who we are as a band. It's gloomy, it's big rock, it's still like groovy and you can like boogie to it, but like it's also like dark too. I think it's just like a good combination of like what we sound like and what we are,
Awesome. Now you mentioned, you guys are from Seattle. Obviously everybody knows the massive names that come from Seattle. I went out to Seattle about 6 years ago, loved it out there, hit up like the Mopop Museum and
nice.
Took in a Sounders game, everything else, really did Seattle and took it in. What's it like, I guess, making music in a city that has just such a massive amount of history when it comes to rock and roll?
I will tell you, I moved here a few years ago on tour actually, and I moved up here and I fell in love with it. I was like, oh my God, like this is where I want to be. Like this is like kind of, I think, going to define my career and like kind of what I'm going for. And you can feel it. I mean, my music has changed. Like when I lived in LA, I was writing more stuff like kind of like Eagles of death metal, like fun, like LA sounding rock, like Jet meets Eagles of death metal. And then I think when I moved up here, like the sound got a little bit gloomier. It got a little bit heavier, a little more intense. And I think it does do a lot for that. And it's cool. So like our studio is above El Corazon, which is like used to be underpass. It's like a very influential club in Seattle. It's like where Pearl Jam started, and like you can literally feel like the energy in that room. It's like, it's gross, it's grimy, it's covered in graffiti, but it's like it's it, you know what I mean? It's the vibe, dude,
You mentioned, it's funny you mentioned grimy. I think the gum wall is one of the things took in there when I went out.
So gross, dude. So gross, bro. And like I went and saw that, I'm like, I don't want to touch any of this.
Yeah. Keep yourself, a couple feet away from it. I'm like, I don't know what people have been chewing or how long this has been up here.
Yeah, not in.
Yeah, it's cool to take in. Like if you go out to Seattle, check it out. It's one thing to take in, but I mean, I just don't touch it.
And go to Alibi Room right there. Get yourself a drink and a little pizza. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice little area. I talked to you guys. You guys are independent. Getting Loud was, I think, the track that really went to radio last year. Did very well at radio. Definitely top 40 hit from you guys. And being independent, what do you? First off, what do you like about being an independent band?
I really like. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, because it's like you. Luckily, we have a good team with us, and management and an agent that are very helpful, and like they do a lot for us. But it's a double-edged sword. So it's like on one end, I can like really feel like I can create and brand and kind of like do what I want and what my vision is for the band. But at the same time, that really comes with like having to do a lot yourself. Yeah. And it's just like, it's you don't have a humongous staff to, do your marketing and, do everything kind of for you. So it's like, you're more hands-on. At the same time, that's awesome and horrible. You know what I mean? So but that is what I like about it. And I think it's been going good for us. I'm not saying we might not do a sign with someone at some point in time or not, but you know, for right now, it seems to be working, and we're just like, hey, we'll roll with it, baby, you know?
Yeah. Now, how is it? I guess obviously, wanted to ask you what you like about being independent. Again, getting loud, top 40 hits, Forever Sleep is on its way to going there right now. So has it hit you guys? We're an independent band. There's, like I told you before I got rolling, there's some independent bands that I've interviewed, like Set It Off. I interviewed them last year. They went independent. They've seen like a massive amount of success since they went independent. You guys almost have nearly 2 top 40 hits at this point in less than a year being independent. So what is that feeling like for you guys?
I mean, it's amazing, man. It's like, for me, it's like, man, I've been doing music, since I was probably 13 years old. I mean, not, for real, it's when I'm 13 in a little garage band, but yeah, it's amazing, dude. It's like, something I'm working for my whole life, and it feels like it's really coming together. And, you go through a lot of trials and tribulations being in music. You go through a lot of bands, a lot of band members, a lot of bullshit, a lot of drama, a lot of girlfriends, a lot of like just everything. And to get to a point where I'm like, this thing feels like it's working. It's amazing. It's very cool. It's inspiring.
That's awesome. And again, man, congrats to you guys. And again, man, Forever Sleep is just getting going. It's been at radio for like 2.5 weeks at this point, which is very, very cool. And again, you've been in this industry a long time. You said since you were 13, you've been making music at least. Obviously, since you were 13 to now, the industry has changed quite a bit. It's a singles world. It's in maybe an EP world. I still have a CD player in my car, so I still love getting CDs.
I do too.
Awesome. Cool. I got a great question for you later. I think you're gonna love the question later. What do you guys want to do? I know you guys have had a bunch of singles out 2023 and here into 2024. What do you guys want to do with this collection of music you've put out? And I guess maybe what's the best route for you guys?
Well, I mean, what the best route is, again, it's like we're independent and we do have people like management helping us release and like kind of plot those things out. I have a feeling that there'll be some more single drops this year probably that are just kind of like straight to streaming kind of singles. Maybe cool lyric videos or some sort of art with them. But I know for a fact we are going to put a vinyl out this year.
Cool.
I don't know if that's going to be like a DSP release or if it's just going to be vinyl. Again, like when you're independent, it's kind of like you're rolling on the CD, the seat of your pants, dude. You're just like, I think this makes sense. Like, roll with it. You know what I mean? So, and then that might change 2 weeks from now. But I regardless think you can definitely expect an album from us. Yeah.
Awesome. So you still like having something physical in your hands?
I do. Yeah, I do. Like we still sell like CDs. We have an EP that we have on a CD, but we didn't like release it, like streaming it, but we have it on CD. And I definitely want to do vinyl for sure. Awesome. Just I think it's cool,
And it's growing like every year. It's just like vinyl is getting bigger and it's outselling CDs almost every year.
Yep.
So you guys, I think you have a great plan going ahead. You guys have some shows coming up in May with Goodbye June. There is a stop in St. Louis, about an hour and 20 minutes away from where we are in QLZ. So if you're listening and you want to go check the guys out, it's a quick hour and 30 minute drive down to St. Louis, not very far at all. So kind of like excited to hit the road. Obviously, Goodbye June, and then you guys have some big festivals on the road as well. Big festivals coming up too.
Yes, we do. Yeah, I cannot wait to play Welcome to Rockville and Sonic Temple. That's like creme de la creme rock music. I'm like, I remember our manager Don called when we were on the road with like Buckcherry, like somewhere in the Midwest, I think. He was like, "Listen, guys," he's like, "You got the Winter Festivals." And we're all like, "Ah!" like two like little girls, dude. So pretty cool. And I'm really stoked to play with Goodbye June too. Those guys are really great. Like I think those guys will rip.
Yeah, I know. I've listened to them a little bit. They've got a cool sound to them. I think you guys and them together is a nice touring pair.
I think so too. Yeah, I think that package was well put together. I'm like, man, I think those shows are gonna rip. It's just like those are some big rock nights traveling across the country. Yeah.
Yeah, super cool. As that gets rolling here in about a month or so, is Rockville and Sonic Temple, is that gonna be the two biggest festivals that you've played that Moon Fever's been on?
That Moon Fever's played, yes, absolutely. Okay. And Dave and Troy did them. I think they did Rockville with because they used to be in Hyra the Hero, so they did Hyra, with him and so they've done it before, but it's Tristan's act. Because I mean, our singer Tristan's like 24 years old. You know what I mean? Okay. And he's like, this is his first festival. I'm like, dude. I'm like, just wait. I'm like, you're gonna get a golf cart. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna be able to cruise around. It's gonna be awesome, bro.
Is that what you like most about festivals? The golf carts?
I mean, I do love the golf carts, bro. I mean, it's stupid, but I mean, it's awesome, you know?
It is. I mean, I've worked a couple festivals in radio, and there's sometimes where like you're backstage and it's great. You can walk everywhere. And there's other times you're out in the boonies and someone's like,
Mhm.
"Do you want me to take you back to your RV on a golf cart?" And it's like, yes, I've
Yeah.
walked 14,000 steps today. As much as I love to work out and walk, that golf cart would be wonderful right now.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah.
So I'm with you. So again, man, a lot of cool things coming up for you guys. Again, Forever Sleep's the song we got right now in QLZ. If people want tickets for the upcoming shows, where can they get tickets?
Oh, moonfever.com. You can get, but if you go to our socials, you can find the link to all of the tickets, and yeah, check it out, man.
Awesome.
Come out.
Cool. Awesome. And Mitch, before I let you go, I told you I had a question for you that I think you're going to enjoy since you're an album guy.
Okay.
I ask every band whenever they come on for the first time. I used to live up in Wisconsin and work in radio up there, and this was a blog post that called
I am from Green Bay.
Are you really?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, my dog. Yeah.
So
yeah, love it.
So, dude, before we even get to the last question, did you go from Green Bay to California then?
Yeah, so when
Okay.
I moved, I like got out of high school when I was literally 17,
Okay.
and I was like, I'm gonna go to LA, and because there's only so much you can kind of do living in Green Bay, Wisconsin, do music. So I was like, I gotta go and do my thing, and I got some a little trouble with the laws, a little bad kid, but luckily that I have great parents. They were like, all right, just go, like, do your thing, figure your life out. And yeah, I was been kind of like cruising around in different bands since I was 17 when I moved to LA. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to adulthood, man.
Just thanks, dude. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I like it.
Awesome. Well, here, let me get this question to you now. Dude, man, like I said, I used to work up in Wausau. I used to work radio in Green Bay part-time. I went to UW Green Bay for college. Went to school there, and worked in radio for a few years on the college campus, and then actually in Green Bay as a part-timer, moved around the Midwest. Wausau was my last place before being down here. And it was a blog called Favorite Fives, and it was your favorite complete albums of all time.
Okay.
Your favorite no-skip records from start to finish. You're not skipping one song in the album. So if you got 5, great, dude. If not, if you got more or less, your favorite complete albums of all time.
I mean, I can say some of them for sure. I'm gonna always go Exile on Main Street by the Rolling Stones because it's literally the album that like kind of got me into music when I was a kid, that made me want to do music for the rest of my life. So that one I always think is perfect. I would say the Queens of the Stone Age album with the pitchfork. I can't remember the name, with You Think I Ain't Worth $1 on it. Okay. That one to me is like start to finish, like you cannot go wrong with it. Let's see, man. Oh, there's a lot of good albums. A lot of things I like. I would say, that first Royal Blood album is absolutely amazing. We can go back to like Black album. We can do like, there's a lot. I like a lot of music.
Yeah,
also, I've been listening to that Last Hardy record yesterday. I was getting tattooed and then just like listening to that yesterday, and I was like, this is a great album all the way through. Like, there's so many. Nick Drake's Pink Moon folk album from the 70s also I think is perfect. Weird Pentecostal gospel album by Donnie and Delaney is also, I can't remember the name of it, but it has a song called The Ghetto on it. That album is amazing. Paul Butterfield's blues band, what's that album called? Keep on Moving. Amazing. I like music, man. I can keep going, dude.
I think you chose the right career for yourself, honestly. Yeah, I think you did. I think you did a good job. No, it's fun asking this question because, like, some people, you can see it in their eyes. They start to turn and they're like, man, there's so many. And then once you get on a roll, it's just like, okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm like,
you're like, that one's good. That one's good. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, dude, Mitch, man, like I said, dude, Forever Sleep's new single out now. You guys get the music video out for it. You guys are hitting the road here in about a month or so. Everybody wants to follow. Again, I know you mentioned the website. People want to follow you guys on the socials, buy merch. Where can they do all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you can always follow us on Moonfever Official, and then that's all of the handles, moonfever.com for, tour dates, merch link, anything like that. But if you follow us on like Instagram, Moonfever Official, we got all the stuff for you.
Awesome. Well, Mitch, dude, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for taking the time today. And we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Cool. Thanks so much, man. Thanks for having me on.